In elementary school, every year, we'd go to the auditorium, and some guy in a polo shirt would come over and tell us how we could win these sweet prizes. Dude, a screaming flying monkey, bubble gun, an Amazon gift card? According to this dweeb, all we have to do is sell like 70 items from this brochure, and we'll get that giant inflatable wheel. Looking back at it now, what was going on? US schools sometimes need additional funding for things like school supplies, after-school programs, and so school fundraisers seem innocent enough, right? Maybe you have a lemonade stand or are selling donuts like after school every day, but there is another route that schools can go. They can encourage their students to sell overpriced goods from a catalog. Even as a child, this did feel super crusty, and after doing more research about it, it turns out the school fundraising industry is kind of insane. The main subject for this video is big fundraising ideas.
I'm extremely excited to be with you today.
Clay Bogges enters the arena. He is the owner of Big Fundraising Ideas for 25 years now. According to their sources, schools sell an estimated $1.5 billion worth of products every year. A company like Big Fun provides the products as well as the business plan to get the fundraiser going. Somehow throughout this process, everyone's decided that the kids are going to be the ones selling the products.
We're asking you to talk to neighbors, family, and friends and ask them to support your group by purchasing one or more items from your sales brochure.
Most kids are not little entrepreneur gurus. Selling stuff to them kind of feels like a chore. You know, like what adults call jobs. So companies like Big Fun, they offer the kids these prizes.
And now, for the moment I know you've all been waiting for. The prizes.
Wait a second, if I sell 70 items, I get a giant foldable chair? Awesome! $200 in cash or a 4K TV. Do they have to fill out like a tax form now?
Can I win more prizes? Sure.
Like, I'm not trying to sound dramatic when I say that this industry is built on manipulating kids into selling products.
The big event incentive programs work differently. They get a large number of your sellers motivated to sell by offering a fun and exciting event as a reward for reaching an easily achievable sales goal.
You can set it up where instead of getting little silly prizes, your entire group of kids can sell items and work towards a goal that will get them a sweet party. Well, at least the kids who sold enough items get to go to the party. If you didn't, you're gonna miss out on the best party of the year that everyone's gonna talk about.
You'll have a chance to go to the party everyone in school will be talking about.
Everyone in school will be talking about.
The most exciting event to come to your school.
Selling just a few items gets you into the best party of the year.
It's guaranteed to be the most fun you'll ever have at school.
It's guaranteed to be the most fun you'll ever have at school.
Using FOMO business tactics on kids. Cool.
How do I get to the super party?
It's easy. Just sell 8 items from this year's catalog.
Only 8 items?
That's right.
I do want to get back to these prizes because they start to get a little bit crazy, but I think context is important because everyone else besides Big Fun is kind of getting ripped off.
Isn't this exciting?
I already mentioned the kids are in the worst situation. They're innocent, they're ignorant, they're the main drive behind this industry. The school is able to justify their morally sketchy position by saying that, you know, it's for the kids. But the people who actually end up buying these products, man, these products are bad. Snacks like candy bars or cookies, frozen foods like cookie dough or pretzels. There's also candles and generic home good items. It gets kind of weird that you can buy coupons. You know, coupons, the things that you get in the mail that you throw away.
Remember to ask your mom and dad if they'll take it to work.
As you may have guessed, everything here is overpriced. Christmas wrapping paper, a single roll for $10. In the same brochure right next to that, and I don't know why this tickles my fancy so much, you can buy 3 flower bulbs for $12. Not the vase, bulbs of a flower for $4 each. Creamy tomato basil bisque mix. Packets of dried tomato soup, tomato powder for $18.
You think these numbers are far-fetched? Think again.
As you may have guessed, Big Fun is the middleman in all of these transactions. I really do doubt that they produce the products, but they sure do mark them up when they sell them to the school. Let's take the most humble example, the candy bar. The school can purchase a minimum of 240 1.5 ounce candy bars for $144 from Big Fun. If they're able to sell all of those candy bars at $1 each, they'll have $240. After they pay back Big Fun, they'll be left with $96. Big Fun makes 60 cents for every candy bar sold, essentially 60% of the sales. And this tends to be the case for most of the products that I saw. Now, Big Fun has to manufacture / buy these products from somewhere, as well as distribute them by sending them to the school. So let's say even if the margins of making this candy bar were 50% was cost, 50% was profit, they would still make $72 from these kids selling 240 candy bars. Yo, but what about this tumbler cup with a custom logo? If you buy the minimum of 40 of them, Big Fun is gonna charge you $15 per cup. And then as a school, you're gonna try to convince a fleet of kids to sell these cups to adults for $25 a piece. I would not be surprised if nearly every item they sell to schools has margins no less than 90% profit. The kids are the only ones that bring value to the customer. The products themselves do not matter.
That's right.
It's this sort of perspective of this industry that's led to some weird behavior from Big Fun.
Do you keep offering the same type of fundraising incentive programs? Most fundraising companies offer the same old cheap, junky prizes.
You mean the same prizes that you also offer, Clay? Come on.
And sellers are catching on fast.
I like this right here. Reality check ahead. Listen here, you principal. Your students aren't making enough cash.
The result is seller apathy.
Seller apathy? You're telling me kids aren't excited to sell stuff? What? Okay, so reality check ahead. Clay here is a business bro, and unfortunately his judgment is a bit clouded by that. He kind of forgets that he's talking about a sales force of kids. Like instead of using the word kid, he'll say sellers.
Only about 25% of your sellers and your big sellers, reverse that trend.
Because, you know, like calling them kids or students is kind of weird when you're talking about them like this.
$72,000. The key to a great fundraiser is getting your sellers excited and motivated to sell.
Clay, these are children, not sellers. Soon I will amass an army of sellers. It's a tone-deaf business, but luckily Clay sometimes acknowledges that he is dealing with a workforce of children. Selling in person requires labor and effort. We're not going to pay you for it though. Your capital raised is a direct result of hours worked by children. Not all parents are available to accompany students because they're working actual jobs that pay them. This can encumber sales. Schools may have to deal with bad checks and students handling money. Yeah, you dumb students. Don't you know how to break $20? You can't fill out a simple balance sheet, bro? Come on.
It's easy to be a winner at the super party.
That's right.
Listen, from the perspective of the kid, it's really simple. You sell like 8 products and you get into the coolest party of the year. Then there's also the lamest magic show on earth.
Hi, my name is Cody Fisher. I, like you, am an educator. What we offer is completely different than anything else out there. All of our programs are curriculum-based.
Curriculum-based? Dude, we just sold $25,000 worth of cookie dough, and you want to give me an educational-based magic show? How bad could it be?
We cover topics such as goal setting, self-esteem, reading appreciation.
Is that... Go back. Beer, no cigarettes, and no heroin. Damn, this sucks.
Character development, and a state test magic pep talk.
Holy shit. A state test magic prep talk? What? Schools also get money for taking certain tests, so this is a subject for another episode.
Prepare for a magical experience unlike anything you have ever seen. Prepare to
This
be
is a bowl of
amazed,
soup.
amused, and mesmerized by the comedy, the magic, and the illusions.
Say the magic words, I love America.
I have not watched past this point.
1, 2, 3.
Damn, that was so underwhelming.
The most powerful card you can have is
Your credit card. What if it actually was that?
library card.
Oh. Alright, that was pretty clean, Seth.
That's not funny.
That's not funny! Here's an angel encrusted in a crystal on top of a light box. These ones are so religious as well. I didn't even know about these. Kid's gonna end up crying, man. But he is the main protagonist.
Cody Fisher.
There's also this oddly edited video about the reptile show.
Hi, I'm Danny Connor. Welcome to Reptile Adventures.
Don't you wink at me, Danny. You're making me feel naughty. At my school, we had a family of cowboys and some horses come over once to put on a show for us. But the horse kept getting a boner. So they'd sort of hit it with this little tiny whip. And it was funny. That's all.
If you sell enough items, you can even win a backstage pass to meet the reptile expert.
No thanks.
Even with the mouth this big, he's not going to swallow a raccoon whole.
Okay, so then Big Fun takes a really weird turn with the incentives. Everything suddenly becomes cash-based, which again, I don't know the legality of.
And the more items that you sell, the more cash that you will win.
Like a spin on the big wheel for cash. Or even a trip to the money machine. It's all part of the fun at the super party.
In exchange for you and your parents' hard work on this fundraiser, you can win cold, hard cash. That's right, we will pay you to sell.
That's right. Our industry is not used to this, but we're actually going to pay these kids.
Are you ready to get started? Well then let's see how much money we can raise over the next couple of weeks.
Stop staring into my soul, please.
Good luck and good selling.
You know, I think I now understand why other countries think the US is some money-obsessed capitalist nation.
Big wheel for cash.
The issue is that kids don't know everyone else involved that is benefiting off of their sales, and they also don't really realize that they're screwing over the people that they're selling these overpriced items to.
Remember to ask your mom and dad if they'll take it to work.
Clay really applies a lot of the psychological tricks he gets from his smooth-headed entrepreneur influences. Like, these are like verbatim prompts you're supposed to ask kids. Have any of you thought about a specific prize pool / goal you want to accomplish by the end of the quarter? How many of you are halfway to your sales goals? And how many of you probably won't get that Christmas bonus? Do you plan to be the top seller? Because I heard that Gerald over there plans to be the top seller, so you guys should probably fight each other. One of the suggestions is like coupons, like you give to your parents when you don't have any money or any way of like giving them gifts growing up. Except this one applies to school. Like, you can be the line leader, classroom leader, office monitor. Some power hungry kid is going to be attracted to doing that sort of stuff, but most are not really. Create competition between students who are able to sell more. Divide your sort of workforce that they're fighting against each other to make you more profit. It's like a weird sort of twist. It's not that serious, but it's like, why are you bringing these tactics to an elementary school? That's not funny! Get into a DJ dance party. Convince the principal to be the DJ. Dude, growing up, I always wanted my principal to get the aux cord. Hear her 2005 Spotify recap. For whatever reason, there's an emphasis on the principal and their authority. They suggest that the principal spends a day at the office on the roof, comes to school in their pajamas, kisses a pig, frog, or their cousin. Clay thinks that the principal is like the CEO of the company, so it's kind of silly if they kiss animals, I guess. I actually don't know if I'm the best judge of this though, because my principal actually siphoned funds from my school. We're talking like charter school fraud type beat. I don't know, she might be in jail right now. Principal will be slimed, taped to the wall, beaten with a bat. Okay, I'm done with the principal tangent. It just seems weird to me.
That's right.
Going back to the big events, if enough products are sold, Big Fund will provide the school with these events free of charge. So how many sales do you think a school needs to make in order, to get an inflatable castle? Good news, only $25,000 worth of sales. That is 25,000 candy bars, or like 1,900 rolls of Christmas wrapping paper. And let me remind you, the school doesn't get all $25,000. Big Fun takes so much of the revenue for what is a fundraiser.
You think these numbers are far-fetched?
Even though the company is the one that incurs all the costs, right? The kids are the only people in the entire world that would be able to sell this crap. And that's something I don't even think they should be doing. And listen, if you're short of that goal and you already promised those kids an epic gaming party bus, Big Fun is still gonna help you out with that bill a little bit, and it will only cost you either a couple $100s or a couple thousand.
Think again.
I really don't mind people who are on that grind, in the rat race, trying to make that cheddar. But why are you bringing this energy to kids? Clay, you're slimy, my dude. Look at that shit-eating grin. Clay knows that the prizes are bullshit, man. In conclusion, my school had some really sketchy ways of making money. There were these fundraisers, scholastic fairs, weekly bingo, exorbitant test taking. Like, do you think lower income neighborhoods can afford to volunteer their time to have these fundraisers, as well as like buy $22 candles? And all of this effort and money for the school to only make 40% of the sales. Big fundraising ideas is not the issue here. This industry shouldn't exist. Federally, we suck balls at funding K through 12 education, so most of the money comes down to state and local areas, and the more sort of narrow you get, the more unfair it's going to be, because certain states and counties have more money to put into education. If you can adjust federal spending in that way, that would be awesome. That's my call to action to you. Thanks for doing that, dude. If you can't though, maybe don't ask kids to sell stuff. All right. Thanks. Bye.